Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss on the topic biotechnology, principle and processes, and this video is presented to you by www.examhere.com. So the topics we are going to cover in this video is recognition sequence, cleavage patterns and separation and isolation of DNA fragments. So first of all we are going to discuss about recognition sequence. So what are the recognition sequence? These are the uh, pattern or a sequence inside a DNA which is recognized by a restriction enzyme, and these restriction enzymes are called nucleases, and these are of two kind, axonucleases and endonucleases. So these restriction enzyme, what they do is they cut the recognition sequence which they found inside the DNA. So they recognize that particular pattern and then they cut from there so that the DNA of interest can be inserted into it. Okay, so two kinds, these are of two kinds, axonucleases and endonucleases. So the axonucleases remove the nucleotide from the end of the DNA. As you can see, this is a DNA pattern, and the axonucleases cut at the end of the DNA, whereas the endonuclease make a specific cut inside the DNA, in between the DNA. So axonuclease cut at the end, and endonuclease make a specific cut. Okay, specific cut. So the recognition sequence for type 2 endonuclease form a palindrome. So what is palindrome? Is a mirror image in which the base sequence is the second half of a DNA strand is a mirror image of the sequence of the first half. For example, if we take an example of Malayalam, so Malayalam, from here if you read it's Malayalam, and from here it is also the same Malayalam. So this is a palindrome sentence or a mirror image. So similarly, as you see that GAATTC and GAATTC, so this is also a mirror image or a palindrome sequence which is recognized by the endonucleases, and endonucleases cut at a specific side. When it recognizes this palindrome sequence, it make a cut here, and it make a cut, and it creates a specific site. Okay, so what type of site, what type of cleavage pattern does these endonucleases do? We will discuss in this what type of cleavage pattern. There are two type of cleavage pattern. First is staggered or even, and the other one is a blunt end. So what the endonucleases do, what these restriction enzymes do, is they make a cut in between the DNA molecule. So this is a recognition pattern, and as you can see it is a palindrome sequence, AATT AATT. So it is a palindrome sequence. So the restriction enzyme or restriction endonuclease make a cut here, make a cut this side. Okay, like that, and like this it make a two end, and it is a staggered cut or a even cut, or we can say it creates a sticky end. The other pattern of this restriction enzyme is to recognize this sequence. So this is also as you can see it make a cut this side, and it generate a blunt end, blunt end. So in this staggered or even cut, uh, two strands of DNA double helix cut at different locations, generating one strand of DNA extends some bases beyond the other. So one strand of the DNA extends some bases beyond the other, whereas some restriction enzyme on the other hand cut on the strand of the DNA molecule at the same side, resulting in the blunt end in which two strand and at the same point. Okay, so this is the uniform edge, this is the complementary edge. So this is a kind of cleavage pattern which is recognized by the restriction enzyme, and restriction enzyme create such type of pattern. So next we are going to discuss separation and isolation of DNA fragment. So the DNA which is to be inserted into some vector, which is a DNA of interest, which we need for our further experiment. So what we do is we separate that DNA, we isolate that DNA, that particular DNA, that particular fragment of DNA with the help of gel electrophoresis. So this what is the process of gel electrophoresis? We are going to discuss about that. So first of all, the cutting of DNA with the help of restriction endonuclease. So first of all, restriction endonuclease cut the DNA at a specific site, okay, result in the fragments of DNA. It make, so this is a DNA, okay, and when restriction endonuclease act on it, it make a specific cuts on DNA like that. So these are the fragments of DNA which is to be separated. And if we want some particular sequence of DNA, particular gene of DNA, like if we want this particular gene of DNA, so we have to separate it from the other DNA fragments. So these are the other DNA fragments, and if we consider this as a gene of interest or as a DNA of interest, so first we have to filter this DNA from other. So how we can do it? So we will do it with the process of gel electrophoresis. So it depends on the phenomena of electroosmosis, in which the migration of water take place towards an electrode, and when the matrix carry a negatively charged DNA fragment, water move towards the anode, because the negative charge attract towards the anode. This is the anode, this is cathode. So if the DNA is negative, if DNA is negative charge, so it will run towards the positive charge, towards the anode with the water. Okay, so this is our gel. This gel is made up of agarose or starch. Mostly agarose is used in experiments. Okay, so these are the DNA fragments. So if we want a DNA of interest, like if we consider this as it is our DNA of interest, so what we do, we have to separate this from other DNA. So we will make a well here. So I will explain it on this side. So this is a gel, and we make a well in gel in which we insert the solution containing DNA fragment. Okay, so in this, as you can see, there are many gel particle and a pore between the gel particle. So according to the DNA size, they will separate themselves. So the longer particle will stay on upper side, and the smaller particle will move towards the lower side. Okay, so as you can see in this diagram, these are the large particle of DNA which are entangled inside the pore on the upper side, and these are the small fragments of DNA which are entangled in the smaller particle of gel. So likewise the strand will be observed. So this is the strand of larger DNA and this is the strand of smaller DNA fragment. So these are the DNA fragments. These are the DNA fragments which is separated by this technique, gel electrophoresis. Okay. Now the gel is of two type, starch gel or agarose gel. So these gel are prepared from the starch gel is prepared from the hydrolyzed potato starch and therefore the size can be adjusted by the starch concentration. So uh, starch gel is prepared from the hydrolyzed potato starch and the size which we actually require to find a DNA fragment, the size uh, what we actually want for our experiment, the particular DNA. So to capture that particular DNA, we will adjust the size of the pores. Okay, so how we will adjust it? By adjusting the concentration of starch. Okay, similarly in agarose gel, these gel have large pores and are used for analysis of molecule of over 10 nanometer diameter. So agarose gel is a polysaccharide which is obtained from red seaweed. So from the red seaweed we obtain starch gel is obtained from potato starch and agarose gel is obtained from the red seaweed. It is a polysaccharide having a melting point of 35 to 95 degrees Celsius and can be easily dissolved in hot water. Okay, and it is mostly used for the molecule of over 10 nanometer of diameter. So it has a large pores. So now if we will consider this, okay, so this is a agarose gel in which the fragments of DNA has been separated like this. So the larger particle is on the upper side and the smaller DNA particle is on the lower side. Okay, so these DNA is not visualized with our naked eyes. We cannot see it like that only. So what we have to do is first we have to insert this gel into a liquid containing ethidium bromide. Ethidium bromide is a chemical, is a stain which is actually cancerous. So we do not touch it with our fingers, with our hand. We used to wear gloves and glasses. So we will uh, stain this gel inside the ethidium bromide stain, and after that these bands will appear um, when these band will appear when this gel get exposed to the UV light. So after staining with ethidium bromide, this gel has to be exposed to the UV light and the orange colored band will appear of DNA. Okay, then the separated band of DNA is then cut. Like if we consider this as our DNA of interest, we will cut it from here and from the agarose gel, and then we will extract this DNA from this gel piece, and this step is called elution. And this is the image of agarose gel in which you can see the DNA bands has been separated and it is not actually visible with eyes. So with the exposure of UV light and with the staining of ethidium bromide, you can see the orange color band present in this. Okay, thank you for watching this video. Subscribe Exam Hai on YouTube, like our videos and please comment.